welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, hi, welcome! I'm Andrea, I'm a travel agent and a photographer. We are currently discovering ancient Egypt. We are on our cruise boat and it is 5 a.m. and we are starting our day with a visit at Edfu Temple. It is a temple dedicated to the god Horus. It was built in the Ptolemaic times and it is one of the best preserved temples because it was buried in sand. So yeah, we are currently getting ready. We are meeting with the group in about 15 minutes and then we will start the day. Later today in the afternoon, if we will arrive in time, then we will visit the Luxor Temple as well. If not, then tomorrow. But I really hope that it will fit our schedule for today, because tomorrow we will have Karnak Temple and Hatshepsut's Temple and the Valley of the Kings, and I know from experience that it is a longer schedule. So yeah, I'm super excited for today. If you are too, welcome to the journey. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we will have some more exploring to do. And by the way, if you want to see our previous vlogs, I will link them below, or you can find it on my channel. It's worth it. We visited some really cool places, and yeah, without any further ado, let's get the day started. And of course, let me present to you my outfit of today. So I'm wearing this top. I actually wore it, I think at the pyramids, if I'm not mistaken. That was quite some time ago. And these white pants, and of course my explorer shoes, as I call them. So again, we started the day very early, meeting with the group around 5:30 in the morning. After passing several cruise ships, we reached the dock, and to all of our surprise, horse carriages were waiting to take us to the Temple of Horus. Nice to meet you. It was definitely an interesting experience, riding through the quiet streets still in the dark. By the time we arrived, the light was already changing, but the queue was incredibly long. Well, we are here at the entrance, but the queue is just... We didn't arrive early enough. But like, the ride here was quite cute, and it was nice to experience something local. Yeah. I am sorry though for those horses. I'm such a huge animal lover, but the experience was definitely a nice one. I liked it, Mikey didn't. As soon as the sun rose higher and the first rays of sun hit the temple, we made it inside. The Temple of Horus at Edfu is one of the best preserved temples in all of Egypt. It was built during the Ptolemaic period between 237 and 57 BC and is dedicated to Horus, the falcon-headed god of kingship and protection. On the facade of the first pylon, a massive gateway, you can see Horus triumphing over chaos, with scenes showing the king, Ptolemy XII, smiting enemies and offering to the god powerful message of order and divine protection.
Large granite statues of Horus as a falcon guard the entrance gate. Once inside the courtyard, the morning light was everything. The columns, the carvings looked absolutely breathtaking in that soft sunlight. This open courtyard was once a place where people could gather, bringing offerings and participating to temple rituals.
You can see here that they left the cartouches empty, which is not very helpful for us to know who is this about. And it is also disrespectful. So one thing I've learned about hieroglyphs is that you have to find like the bird or the snake, any animal, and you read them from the direction they are looking at. So they are looking to the right. That means that we are reading from this side to this side and always from the top to the bottom. I can't read hieroglyphs, by the way. The only hieroglyph I can read is this, which is my name on it. It's A-N-D-R-E-A. But I wish and I hope that someday I will learn.
As we moved deeper inside the temple, the atmosphere changed completely. The inner areas felt darker, more enclosed, and it was incredibly crowded. But even so, I managed to get closer to the inner sanctuary. This is the most sacred core, housing a black granite shrine for Horus's cult statue and sacred barks used in religious processions, serving as a beautifully preserved Ptolemaic temple architecture where priests would perform daily rituals and awaken the gods. On the walls, we can often see purification scenes where the gods Thoth and Horus pour sacred water over the king, symbolizing renewal, protection, and divine approval. After exploring the temple, it was time to head back to the ship, once again by horse carriage, the same way we arrived.
Alright guys, we are back at the ship. Just let me make some light. Wow! Oh, we are sailing again. Yeah, so we finished our visit here in Edfu at the Temple of Horus. It was really pretty. I mean, ancient Egypt never disappoints, never ever. So it's currently 8 a.m. So we're gonna go get breakfast, and after that we will have some free time because we are sailing to Luxor, and hopefully we will have enough time and we will arrive in time to visit the Luxor Temple. Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
After we got back on the ship, the rest of the day slowed down in the best way possible. We spent most of it on the sun deck, relaxing, journaling, and simply watching the Nile drift by as we sailed toward Luxor. Before reaching the main lock, we had lunch on the deck, then waited in line with the other ships to pass through. When we reached the Nile locks, we got to witness the entire process up close. I filmed it in fast forward, but what's actually happening there is pretty fascinating. The locks help ships move between different water levels on the Nile. The ships enter the lock, the gates close, and the water level rises or falls until it matches the next section of the river. It's a slow, carefully controlled process. As we started approaching Luxor, the landscape slowly began to change. We could see farmers working along the riverbanks and dramatic limestone cliffs rising in the distance. And I suddenly remembered the first time I saw this 2 years ago. Back then I was completely fascinated, and seeing it again now I had this quiet feeling of recognition, like I knew this place. In the golden hour light, everything looked unreal. Warm, glowing, and timeless. Later in the evening, we arrived in Luxor and went straight to our bus, which took us to the Luxor Temple. We got there 1 hour before closing, so the visit was a bit rushed. In front of the temple begins the Avenue of Sphinxes, the processional road that once connected Luxor Temple to Karnak, stretching for almost 3 kilometers. At the entrance, the first pylon is dominated by colossal statues and remaining obelisk of Ramses II, marking the gateway into the temple. Although this temple was originally built by Amenhotep III, Ramses expanded it significantly, adding this courtyard dominated by colossal statues of Ramses. There are 74 columns with closed papyrus capitals around all 4 sides. What I love here is how the architecture reflects continuity rather than replacement. Ramses didn't erase what came before him, he built onto it, making Luxor Temple a place shaped by multiple generations. Continuing with the colonnade of Amenhotep III, it has 7 pairs of 16-meter-high open flower papyrus columns, their walls covered with intricate reliefs bearing the names of Tutankhamun, Horemheb, Seti I, Ramses II, Seti II. Tutankhamun decorated the eastern walls, but Horemheb later erased the boy king's name and inscribed his own. As we move deeper into the temple, we reach the inner courtyard of Amenhotep III. We can see rows of papyrus columns here as well, leading into the hypostyle hall. At the rear of the hall, there are 4 small rooms and an antechamber leading to the birth room, the chapel of Alexander the Great, and the sanctuary. We couldn't explore everything because literally the lights went off. The temple was closed. I'm not a big fan of nighttime visits. I feel like you notice more details during the day, and the light makes such a difference, especially for photography.
Well guys, that was it for today's vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. I wasn't very happy about our visit to Luxor Temple because it was during the night time, and I really wished we got here earlier, like maybe after sunset. I think the light would have been really great for photos and even for videos, but yeah, next time I definitely want to visit it during daytime as well. So this is the reason why, I mean, it was pretty, don't get me wrong, and I think I managed to get some really cool shots, but this is the main reason that this temple, which I really wanted to visit, is not the highlight of today. The highlight of today was actually the Temple of Edfu, the Temple of Horus in Edfu, because I really loved the sunrise there. As a photographer, it was so perfect with the first rays of sun like hitting the temple. Even though it was so crowded, it was beautiful. So definitely that was my highlight of the day. But yeah, let me know what do you think? What was your favorite part of today? I really enjoyed the sailing, the cruise from Edfu to Luxor. We had some really pretty landscape and the scenery. So thank you so much for joining us for today's adventure. Tomorrow we will visit Karnak Temple, then the Valley of the Kings, the Colossi of Memnon, and Queen Hatshepsut's temple. So it will be really, really interesting. And after that we will take the bus to Hurghada. But yeah, I've been to Karnak Temple twice before, but this time I want to see something else. The temple complex is so big that I haven't seen it all. So this time I will make sure to find those little places I've seen in Joanne Fletcher's documentary, by the way. I screenshotted them, so hopefully I can find them. So if you want to stick with us tomorrow as well, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see our previous vlogs, I will link them below, or you can find them on my channel as well. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye guys!